morning, and welcome to Today with Kashay. We're here live in the Woodlands, Texas, and today's all about Tuesday fashion, but I have the amazing Marina Silver, and the reason I'm laughing right now is because you have no clue. We were just getting ourselves ready, like makeup and all this. Good morning, Marina.
Good morning. We can finally say good morning.
We both share something in common. Like, we both need a mirror, like, right before we go on air. Like, it has to be, so you guys can't see it, but we have like little mirrors here. And we just learned this morning we both do that.
We both do that. Plus a lot of other things as well.
But I guess that's part of fashion.
That's part of fun. Well, you never know if you're like live on some screen, the coffee, but yes. I guess we share a lot of common things.
I guess we do.
Yes.
So, it's amazing. When I first met you, I met you a couple of times, kind of in a brief, I think, at the Butler House.
Yes.
I think I was there for an event.
The Purple Purse.
Yes, you have multiple events there. Beautiful place.
Yes.
And I remember, though, the last time I just recently had a wonderful conversation, which kind of led to where we are this morning, having you on. And it's and I said this, it's both the strength you have, let alone, obviously, you have a talented background, but it's a spirit within you. That's what resonated to me the most about you. It's your spirit. It's so strong. It's so fierce. It's so beautiful. That's important. That says a lot about you.
It says a lot about you too, Kashay. It's early in the morning, and in one conversation for you to see one of the most important things that in my life I believe everybody should take care of is her spirit, and you saw my spirit, and that's great. And it is strong, and I've gone through a lot of things, like but never letting go of passion and goodness, and doing things through the spirit as well.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So it's cool that you saw that.
I saw
Look
that.
at you.
Look at me. I went deep, Marina. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your background. I know I did a little bit of looking at it. I noticed you've lived both, like, obviously you're from Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires.
But
my mom is from Scottish backgrounds, and yes, I was always. This is a crazy story, but we had a big backyard. We had a big backyard, and each one of us had a tree. Of course, I had the nut tree, and my mom would say I would sit up there and think and think and think, and my dad would travel and bring fabrics for my mother, and from those fabrics I would make clothes. I would walk with her always to the seamstress.
What age was this?
I was third grade.
Oh, wow.
I can recall third grade because I was wearing a black dress with flowers where everybody was dressed in pink with frillies. And it was a beautiful mansion on the river.
Wow.
And anyways, everybody laughed at me. But just seeing a seamstress, getting fabric, cutting, sewing, making something strong for us to wear, it's what I always say when we dress.
Okay.
We dress every morning to go out, to do our things. We drive our own car. We're in the, we handle our own wheel. We know how fast or how slow to go. And everything that we leave behind is through a rear mirror, and a windshield is huge. And if it rains, something can clean it. Because we dress to leave to go to an address without sometimes addressing ourselves.
Wow.
So fashion was one of the first things that I really related to when I went through so many things these past years, because I understood that walking with my mother to a seamstress would make the garments I needed to dress and to feel strong when I left an address. Leaving things behind and moving forward. And through that, through the addressing myself and through dressing myself and through my fashion, I started doing a lot of different things like real estate and developments. And when you can add everyone together, when you can add your client that becomes your best friend, that becomes the one that comes and buys your fashion, but wants to list the house with you, and then they come to the restaurant to eat, you know that you're a pattern. Just like in fashion, you become a pattern of your own life.
So I think what I'm hearing is that fashion was a symbolism of strength. It was bigger than just the beauty of what the fabric looked like. It was a symbol of strength. It was a symbol of pulling something together that defined what you were going through, and then built and built and built.
Yes, and I realized that now maybe that I'm turning 50 and I think, I know. I'm going to repeat it again. I know I look 40.
What are we talking about?
But anyways, what I mean is I realized right now that was the reason why after understanding the armor of God,
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
You don't have clothes that are strong enough or stitches that are strong enough, and stitches sometimes hurt when you poke yourself. Yes, I realized right now that that was the way that God had guided me into do everything
And
I
so
do.
then from that point, you started a fashion line. At what
did.
age, and how did that transpose into what age did you start to actually get schooling, or, you know?
Well, I used to do my dresses with my mom
Sure.
with pieces of fabric that were left over. And then when I graduated, I wanted to have my own clothing, so I did not go and buy something. I had somebody make it for me.
Okay.
And then when I was back in Argentina, I started my first fashion line that was called Tilo.
Tilo. What does that mean?
Tilo is one of the strongest and unique trees that Argentina has.
The tree.
The roots are like so strong.
Okay.
And after that, I moved here to the States, and I continued doing the same thing with a friend, and then partnered up with my sister.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Well, so, and now I think what I had read also about you briefly was that you had done a lot of, I guess, events and things of that nature sort of centered around the fashion.
Yes.
You took that and tried to, I guess, market that out there. What did that transpose to the next stage after you created the line and started doing,
Well, they transitioned into now designing everything that we're doing with Vintage Creek and the Butler House.
Okay.
And as I said, I think that every chapter has to be closing in many things. My last collection with my sister was Arctic Fury.
Arctic Fury. And
Furious
why
to
is
be
that?
frozen because I had been alone and frozen in many ways in my life for a long time.
Okay.
And yes, and now that transitioned to other things, but you never know if you want to come back or not.
True.
Maybe I'll start another one.
Who knows?
For
I'll get
grannies.
you out there. We'll do something together, maybe.
Yes.
Well, let's take a quick commercial if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
And then we'll come back and talk some more about all the wonderful things Marina has to tell us.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Do you want to make your college experience different? Become an intern with 91.1 The Boss. We are interviewing interns today. Contact us at 713-370-5051.
Looking to buy a home? Looking to buy commercial real estate? Been turned down by the bank? We can help. SDA Financial. We specialize in these types of deals. SDAFinancial.com. SDAFinancial.com. We do the deals the banks say no to. Go to SDA Financial. Let's get your deal done today. This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Could your business use more customers? Could your business use more online traffic? Sponsor with 91.1 The Boss radio station and let our multimedia radio station promote your business. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Arts Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsartsfloral.com and barbsartsfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Arts Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Are you great with people? Do you have professional experience? 91.1 The Boss wants to interview you as a sponsorship promoter. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Welcome back back to Today with Kashay. We're here live in the Woodlands, Texas, and I have the beautiful Marina Silver here with me in the studio. So we were just briefly talking before commercial break about fashion and your background.
Yes.
And obviously that was more of an international background,
Yes.
if you will. So then you moved to the Woodlands, and you came here in the beautiful Woodlands, Texas. What did you think of fashion here in the Woodlands? And how long ago did you come? And then, what are your thoughts?
That was a good question.
Yeah, let's start with that. Let's start with it in 1925 when you came over and we were wearing drapes. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. No, I moved in here, I think it was about maybe 18 years ago.
Okay, that's quite a while.
Now, let's go back to that time. We didn't have
Let's go back.
we didn't have Market Street. We didn't have,
We sure didn't.
yes, all of the new area of the mall. We didn't have Nordstrom. So that in a way was great for fashion.
Okay.
What do I think about fashion in the Woodlands?
What would you do? Drive to the Galleria?
Yes.
She says it very comfortably.
But
of course.
Yes, but I realized that there was a big need for
Sure.
people that had the will to go. We have so many galas and so many events.
Sure.
Back at the time, it
Yeah.
was two, in the Pink and the Harpo. But I believe that all of these big chains of different places where you can buy clothes, you can arrive to a place and maybe 5-6 other people have the same
Oh, I
ones.
know.
So all of this trend of different types of jewelry and different types of handbags that I started doing, or different types of fashion,
Okay.
became something that was very interesting to all of the ladies that live in the Woodlands. We would have a lot of trunk shows, and
Yes,
everybody would feel confident that they had something from. I defend enormously people that are small designers, upcoming designers, or whatever that is in business world.
Okay.
You know, because at this. Okay, I'm going to mention one little thing.
Go ahead.
One
do
of the
it.
things that really surprised
Yeah.
me, and I knew
Okay.
how thinking with like two eyes, what we were going to do, the reason for who and the reason why,
Okay.
was shopping for cereal, believe it or not.
Cereal.
Cereal. So I've got my 3-year-old and my nearly 7-year-old, and I'm
Okay.
shopping for cereal in the United States after being in many countries. And there is an aisle of 350 options
Of all these boxes
enormous.
lined under.
And I decided to go to the basics, to the two brands that if they sponsor you, I'll tell.
Let me say, don't say them yet.
I'm not going to say
until
the
they
word.
become my sponsor.
Yes, yes. But the two most famous lines of cereal.
That's great. I think I can guess. No, go
Okay,
ahead.
yes. And I realize how people go back to heritage,
Sure.
or go
Sure.
back to things that are the simplest, the smaller, and then start the research and maybe find something new that they fall in love with.
Okay.
The same thing goes in every pattern of business, in my mind.
Sure. So for you, you came and you thought, oh my gosh, the Woodlands really didn't have that, and so your line was more like a trunk show, is what you're saying.
That's how
you
we
would
started.
go to the different houses and say, okay, here's something, and so the ladies were, I'm assuming, excited because now they were offered something that everyone didn't have to walk in the same room with the same outfits on.
It was so different in a way
Yeah.
that, for example, the handbags that we used to
Yeah.
sell, a lady opened it and she said, "Oh my gosh, why is my lining different to hers?"
Sure.
And I looked at her and I said,
One's got
"Because
quality."
we can all wear the same handbag, but we're all different inside."
Sure.
You understand? And then that makes somebody feel special. You're a rival of your handbag. You open it to see that you don't have the same as everybody else.
Are there any limits in your mind with fashion? Are there any trends or any things that have come out that you say, oh, that just shouldn't have happened, that's a no, you shouldn't do that, or is everything just pretty much do what makes you comfortable? What are your thoughts on that?
I respect everyone.
Okay, that's a good start.
Thanks to my mother again,
Okay.
that used to take me walking to the seamstress.
Okay.
My mother said, "Our children grow up with too many no-nos. Don't put your hand here. Careful with the staircase. Don't close your hand on the door."
Yep.
Fashion and the way you dress is a form of expression, to the point that if you see me, or I used to, like, as a child, or my family members, sometimes they used to have flowers and played, and that's just the way that they want to express. And then if you look at the pattern growing up, you see these kids that are teenagers that are dressing and changing the colors of their hair. I respect every single form of fashion because you're dressing to address yourself.
Okay. It's almost like, tell me if I'm right or wrong, I always think of it as it's an extension of
Yes.
literally the inner you coming out.
Yes.
And so what you transpose in your fashion and in your look
Yes.
is what's going on within you. And that can change.
Exactly, and that's how you have to choose it. I can go to many events, and I know that somebody is not dressed. She's like, in a costume.
And you're like, I don't like that, but something must be going on inside of her.
Yes.
That's okay.
If you want to have your gala
What
dress.
is she going through today?
You're 62, you want to wear your cool sneakers.
And you want to wear some leather short skirts, and you're 95, it's okay.
Because they told you that you should buy that because
Right.
it wasn't fashion. No, you have to feel comfortable in what you're wearing.
No, and that's fair. I think a lot of times that is so true with a lot of things. Whatever you're doing, whether
Yes.
what you're wearing, if you're not comfortable and you're not happy, it's going to show. And
It's
I
gonna
think,
show.
And I think that's really so. Art and fashion's coming up.
Arts and fashion is coming up, and I'm sorry we had to step down with
Oh my
Brian.
God, she was going to be one of my models.
But we're going to be there next year.
But that's okay. She's going to be next
Yes.
year. But so it's funny because I had Christopher Mitchell
Yes.
from Neiman Marcus,
Yes.
who is a personal stylist. Who's of course Neiman Marcus is one of our sponsors. And I said in the online party chic. So I'm going to now ask you the same question because a
Right.
lot of these Woodlands ladies are going
Yeah.
to listen to you. And so what would you define to be party chic, and what is I guess also for the season, what should we wear?
Party chic is everybody parties in different ways. But party chic could
I'll tell you
be
what my party chic is.
yes. If you're gonna party chic can be either a nice pair of denims, very classic
Oh, it can.
denims.
That's the question.
Yes,
Oh,
not
wow.
the skinny denims, like nice trendy denims, high waist,
I didn't know that. Okay.
beautiful silk blouse, nice belt, lots of fancy jewelry.
Okay.
Never use sequins or anything that shines during the day.
Okay.
Men, brown shoes should end after dusk.
Okay.
That is politically correct in every world of fashion. And usually, if it's during the morning, it's nothing over your knees. It's up at your knees.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Or with long boots.
Okay. Or with long boots.
Or
okay.
with long boots.
Because I love boots.
Yes,
I
yes.
love my boots.
Yes.
And I think, but so do you know what you're wearing? Can we ask? Is that something I can?
I still don't have anything. I probably have to go to
you have
Neiman
to go to the
Marcus.
Galleria and look for something. Okay, so I
Yes,
was quite
I still don't have. But I'll be party fashion.
You'll be party fashion. And that's the thing, I think, with fashion. Is there anything that fashion has done for you in other ways, as far as, I know it sounds like it's defined,
Right.
who you are as an individual, but is giving back.
Right,
Have you
right.
done, I know you do a lot of charity and
Right.
give back and things of that nature. Have you tied that into it as well? Or?
Absolutely. With my sister, before my sister, with everything, we used to always donate, especially for the Memorial Hermann cancer in the pink, a tip to toe.
Okay.
We used to dress a mannequin from tip to toe. I've helped on runways here a couple of times with different groups of women that have different ideologies. If you want, I'll mention them.
Sure.
Well,
go
one
ahead.
is Woman Tech, and
Okay.
that's Kiki from Greece. Hello, real estate agent like me. And then what else? I don't remember, but we've done a lot. Everything, all my life, everything in my life has always been giving back.
Right.
Always.
And you do a lot of
Always.
child advocate type things as well. I mean,
Yes.
when I spoke to you, I
Yes.
think when we were having our intimate conversation, you were also talking about some of the different things you do, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's pretty amazing.
The crazy thing is that I started very young. I remember when my son was born, I helped to build a little refuge church.
Just a little refuge.
Yes, my brother-in-law comes with an
Yeah.
with an Armani suit.
Okay.
And he's like, "Is he going to be at the cathedral?" And I said, "No." And it was the poorest little wooden church, and my son was baptized there with the other little kids. So for me, it's always been that. I did social action in high school.
Okay.
And my kids would play with kids that I would find on the street. I would bring them home and feed them in Argentina. So it's something that's always been in my mind. And helping and continuing helping, I realized, like we had in our secret conversation, that I needed that for what I was going to, go through in the past 7 years.
Right.
Made me really strong.
And so, and I think a lot of the different things, what you're doing with the Butler House,
Yes.
is, and I know that's kind of, as we were talking, kind of an interesting how it transposed again from, like you were saying, it's like
Isn't it crazy?
every little thing. And I mean, no, you have no clue. You have to go there because
It's a
hopefully,
story.
hopefully you'll give everyone the tour that I got, because it's like every little thing in there
Yes.
has a tie back. It doesn't. It's fascinating.
Well, you know how that also tied up was that house everybody wanted to tear down, and it'll leave with the balloons like the movie up. But there I dressed with fabrics the booths.
Right.
I dressed the tables.
Yo, listen. Let everybody know this. Do y'all realize, like, even like I was like sitting there walking through, and she's like, "You see those covers?" I'm like, "Yeah." Okay, I dressed those, and you know why? Those tie back to the front door, and I'm like, the front door, and that ties back to, remember the light that was on? I'm like, oh my God, this can't be. It's like everything.
Life is a story, and
it's amazing.
Yes,
go ahead, please.
and like when you say that you have an address, it's a destination, and it's one of the projects that, like you said, tied everything because it's under a roof. It became a home. It became where people got back to heritage, where they dressed to come, where I dressed everything. Yes, I hope you all come. It's one of the most important legacies that I think I'll be leaving. But I'm still surprised, and I admire you for that, because we've seen each other in many different locations until we finally met. What you saw in me, because I saw exactly the same thing on you when we were going to have a drink and stayed for hours chit-chatting. Just with one drink.
Just one drink. I had a glass of water. Come on.
Yes, with lemon.
But no, to your point.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing how a strong story that you had as a little girl.
Yes.
Has carried you all the way, and you've never forgotten that.
No.
Never forgotten it.
With hearts.
And the hearts that you do, and speaking of the Butler House a little bit more, so you've got a lot of things going on. I think there's something going on tomorrow.
Yes, and tonight.
Or tonight.
Angela's going to be signing her
Is it
books.
tonight? I'm sorry,
Yes,
tonight. Okay.
Yes. Tonight we have that, and we've had a lot of different things, and that is one of the principal reasons that we did the Butler House.
Okay.
You can't have a good wine, and you can't have a good steak in Chuck E. Cheese's, but you can't take 2-year-olds to a beautiful restaurant because they get bored. So we have people from all ages, families from different, teenagers. We have a 90-year-old couple that go all the time that I absolutely adore. And it's bringing heritage together, bringing people together in a place where it's home. But the basic thing is we can do things that others don't have. And we have office and lease space available as well. It represents Main Street, Pennsylvania.
So to everyone out there,
Vintage
it's like
Creek.
it's a whole development.
Right.
I mean, you
Yes.
see this neat little house.
Yes.
And you walk in, and it's like you're just. It's like a hidden gem.
It's
And you
like
walk
hidden
in there, and you have this wonderful restaurant. You can have a wonderful meal. You can then go outside, sit out on the beautiful patio. Then around it is this neat little village.
Yes.
It's like a little village.
Yes, with the biggest outdoor screen. So we use that for everything. Like, for example, we had the Ferrari Club, which I say hello to as well.
Just
they
Ferraris.
just 34, 42 Ferraris. Amazing people.
Okay.
But they came for brunch, and after that, with Sonia Bersani, we did 150 people, a movie, Finding Dory, for 150 families that have kids and adults with disabilities.
Wow.
And after that, we had a corporate do a game. There was a game, and they wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
And Brian found me crying, because that moment I realized the 3 events that we had. One was related to money and status.
Yep.
The other one was our mission and legacy. And the third one was God's message that life is just a game. And which one will win if something happens to Brian and I. And I hope it's a legacy.
Well, I think
because
I
it's
know
the
it's a
reason we built
legacy.
this.
I know it's a
Yes.
legacy. We're going to take a quick commercial, and you out there are going to get to hear us when we get back. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Do you want to make your college experience different? Become an intern with 91.1 The Boss. We are interviewing interns today. Contact us at 713-370-5051.
Looking to buy a home? Looking to buy commercial real estate? Been turned down by the bank? We can help. SDA Financial. We specialize in these types of deals. SDAFinancial.com. SDAFinancial.com. We do the deals the banks say no to. Go to SDA Financial. Let's get your deal done today. This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Are you great with people? Do you have professional experience? 91.1 The Boss wants to interview you as a sponsorship promoter. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss. Watch us live in our social media. Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope. At KNLY 91.1 FM.
And we're back with Today with Kashay, live in the Woodlands, Texas. We've got the beautiful Marina Silver with us.
Hello again.
Hello. So we've been chatting commercial here. So I didn't ask this, but is there anything else left on the radar as far as hobbies or interests that you do aside of everything else that you're doing?
Hobbies is traveling.
Oh,
and we have that under the radar with my husband that I absolutely adore.
Anywhere
Brian.
you love to go specific or just anywhere? I mean,
Anywhere and everywhere.
Okay.
Every destination. And then hobbies, I love encouraging. I love to see my staff, which if they're watching, I say hello to. I love all of my boys at the Butler House, everybody that's there. But just be a mama to many out there.
Okay.
When you reach a certain age, you realize that you've learned a lot and then you can pass it
on
in a good way to many others.
Plant the seeds.
Yes.
So back to the Butler House. Let's say, obviously, if I've experienced it, a lot of people out there have, but there are people that haven't been there.
Right.
Both the Butler House, the Vintage Creek, that
Yes.
whole area.
Yes.
What if I want, or someone's out there who wants to do an event, rent it out, have dinner, lease some space? Can you kind of tell everybody?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So Vintage Creek was built, it's Main Street, Butler.
Okay.
And we have office and available for retail or lease.
Okay.
The good thing about that is that you can open until 10 o'clock at night if you want and just cross to the Butler House and have a drink.
Right.
And ladies that have wine love shopping.
Uh-huh.
So if you're a baker or a realtor or whatever, it would be awesome to be there. With the Butler House, we have the biggest outdoor screen if you want to celebrate your birthday.
How big is that screen?
Oh my gosh.
It's like so huge.
It's huge. It's like the size of the ones you see on the cruises.
I
And that's
know.
what Brian saw.
It's amazing.
But we show your pictures. If you've got people that are outside the state, they can send messages. We have a canvas that we paint with your favorite colors, and all of your guests or your clients can paint it in lieu of a
Yeah,
card.
you have to mention that real quick. So, like, everyone
Yes.
who goes there, like, she has this canvas. And so when you're
Yes.
there, everyone has to go to paint something on it. And at the end,
Yes, if it's a celebration like a birthday,
Yeah.
what we have is our wall
That
of
is so
heaven.
cool. Okay.
That we're going to have a big event to finish it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to cut it into pieces of like the size of a cell phone. But basically, yes, it's a place where you can have entertainment, have your office space, have your happy hours, just across the street without having to get
and
to
the
the car.
restaurant, as far as the hours, is it breakfast? Is it lunch? Is it dinner? What are your hours?
Our
And- yeah.
hours are every day from 4 to 11.
Okay.
Sundays, we have happy hour all day.
Okay.
We open at 10.
All
We have-
day,
Oh, we-
ladies, gentlemen.
Yes.
All
If you're
day
a
happy hour. That's a
church-
good one. I like that.
Yes, and if you're a church and you've got small children, we are one of the only restaurant that has a buffet for kids. So the kids get to choose from scrambled eggs for $10.
Okay.
And it comes with a Shirley Temple. But then you sit down. We have a trunk full of toys for the kids to enjoy while you're sipping your drink.
Can I
and
just
coffee.
move in there?
Yes, but it's only available for office. But I was thinking the
It's got
same thing.
It's a little bit of everything. I'm surprised you don't see people that when you lock it, they're.
You know, we had a
you
lot
come
of
back in the
people saying
morning,
that.
they're still there. What are you doing here? We're not leaving.
Yes. Oh, we have the balconies. Hello.
So what's that? Real quick.
Yes.
I know we're running out of time because we
Yes.
could talk forever,
This is
and
so
we
much
and we probably
fun.
will.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Okay, so what's next on your radar? Anything left, or are you just kind of going to continue down the road you're on right now?
Oh no, we're continuing. Well, as long as this is working and this is pumping, we have a lot of things coming up.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, it was amazing having.
have
And you have a
something
gift.
for
You.
you.
better
From
have a
the
gift.
Butler
I need gifts.
We have this from
Okay,
the Butler House
thank
for
you.
you. Thank you so much
Look,
for
everyone.
the invitation.
So I'm going to close out by saying, join us on Thursday because we'll have Chef Austin Simmons
I
here from
love
Tryst the
him.
Woodlands. Anyway, I'm out of time, so have a great day and Tell everybody bye.
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 Live in our social